श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं धीभक्त्यादिगुणार्णवम् यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम् लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मा व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य नः कुलपतेर्वकुलाभिरामम् श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्च महदाह्वय भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेणुपरकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। ॐ भगवन्नारायणाभिमतानुरूपस्वरूपरूप गुणविभवैश्वर्यशीलाद्यनवधिकातिशय असङ्ख्येय कल्याणगुणगणाम् पद्मवनालयाम् भगवतीं श्रियं देवीं नित्यानपायिनीं निरवद्यां देवदेव दिव्यमहिषीम् अखिलजगन्मातरम् अस्मन्मातरम् अशरण्यशरण्याम् अनन्यशरणः शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। वन्दे पद्मकरां प्रसन्नवदनां सौभाग्यदां भाग्यदां हस्ताभ्यामभयप्रदां मणिगणैर्नानाविधैर्भूषितां भक्ताभीष्टफलप्रदां हरिहरब्रह्मादिभिः सेवितां पार्श्वे पङ्कजशङ्खपद्मनिधिभिर्युक्तां सदा शक्तिभिः सरसिजनयने सरोजहस्ते धवळतरां सुखगन्धमाल्यशोभे भगवति हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनभूतिकरि प्रसीद मह्यम्। प्रकृतिं विकृतिं विद्यां सर्वभूतहितप्रदां श्रद्धां विभूतिं सुरभिं नमामि परमात्मिकाम्। वाचं पद्मालयां पद्मां शुचिं स्वाहां स्वधा
Guruji, Guruji, Acharyaji, Acharyaji, Guruji, Guruji, Guru Acharyaji, Acharyaji, Guruji, Guruji, Acharyaji, Acharyaji, Guruji, Guruji.
It's a very famous song, very famous hymn sung at all the funerals, Christian funerals, and I think all of you have attended sometime together. So if you know the words, you can join me. I want to sing a song that everybody knows. It's a song that we sing, although we sing it at the funeral, but it's a personal song that we all can sing. Right? So that's the only hymn I know. Unfortunately, I'm a friend, so I'm going to sing that for you. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Every trials and temptation is a trouble anywhere. We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our heavy weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. And we weak and heavy laden, come with the load of care. Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise, forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. He is unto take and shield thee. Thou wilt find us always there. Church this afternoon. So I was especially requested to sing a song. We don't really sing it, we are preachers more often. But we're going to sing the song to grace this function for Guruji. He's requested that we sing Amazing Grace. So if you know the song, you're welcome to sing with us. We're going to sing Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many days, just was and said, I am already come. This grace that brought me saved us all, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first began. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My
my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace, unending love, amazing grace, unending love, amazing grace.
And the J. Shri Narayan, the Acharya Shyam Ramanuj Foundation, on this auspicious occasion of the birthday celebration of our beloved Acharyaji. I think I have a very good relationship with members that are associated with this organization. And on this day, we pray and we make dua that our Acharyaji Shyam Singh is blessed with good health. May he also be that light that is in the dark days of many of our people, and especially the Bhagats and all the disciples that are associated to him. It is our humble prayer that we are able to change and exchange our ideas and our plans for the future between the various religious leaders that we have in South Africa, so that we can have between us a sense of understanding, a sense of also trying to create a better society. And let us be tolerant of each other, respecting each other with dignity and respecting each other, although we may have our various religious beliefs. On behalf of the Crescent family, I'd like to say to my brother and to my guru and to my priest as well, Acharyaji Shyam Singh, happy birthday, Janamdin Mubarak. Enjoy your day, and may you be spoiled by all those that love you because of the love and respect that you give out. Remember, we may come from different cultural organizations and we may come from different cultural resources, but all of us have got that light of God in us that we must enable others to shine, even if they haven't got that ability to shine. We should be the center, and we should be the reason for the smile on the faces of all those around us. Janamdin Mubarak, happy birthday, and thank you to my sister Jessica Pandey, and also to our Yatin Swami as well, for allowing me this opportunity to not only meet but also to be part of this very joyous celebration. Thank you very much. God bless.
Salam Aleika, Ya Nabi, Salam Aleika, Ya Nabi, Salam Aleika, Salawat Dua Aleika, Salawat Dua Aleika, Salawat Dua Aleika.
Achyutam Keshava Krishna Damodaram, Achyutam Keshava Krishna Damodaram, Narayanam Janaki Vallabham, Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram, Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram, Rama केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं राम नारायणं जानकीवल्लभं राम नारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
लंबो धराया सकलाया जगत्पिताया नागंदनाया सूर्ययज्ञ विभूषिताया गौरी सुताया गणनंता नमो नमस्ते। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। 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 संत कर सेवा भगवन को भूख लगे संत कर सेवा संत कर सेवा संत कर सेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी माते के सिंधु सोई मूष की सवारी माते के सिंधु सोई मूष की सवारी दुखियों के दुख हर परमानंद देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा आंधन को आंख देकर परियन को पाया आंधन को आंख देकर परियन को पाया आंधन का पुत्र देकर निर्धन को माया आंधन को पुत्र देकर निर्धन को माया हंसो करो करुणात भजन करो तेरा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको जो तुझे कार्य कर जाओ मैं किसको कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जगती पार्वती पिता महादेवा ओम श्री महागौरी गणेश भगवान की जय।
तुम विनती सुनो गुरुजी कल्याण तो जग का तुम विनती सुनो गुरुजी कल्याण करो जग का सदराह करके उद्धार करो गुरुजी उद्धार करो गुरुजी तुम सुनो गुरुजी दर्शन हो श्री तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है बनते रहो तुम सबके तुमसे यही आशा है दर्शन हो श्री तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है मन में रहो तुम सबके तुमसे यही आशा है क्या मेरा क्या उसका ये अपना पराया क्या सबको जला करके रोशन करो गद सारा रोशन करो गद सारा तुम विनती सुनो गुरुजी
संसार तो माया रे, कभी धूप कभी छाया रे, एक दिन उस जाना है, जो भी यहाँ आया रे। संसार तो माया रे, कभी धूप कभी छाया रे, उस जाना है, जो भी यहाँ आया है। रंग है जीवन का, रूप है गुरु का, तुम ज्ञान बढ़ा करके उपकार करो गुरु जी, उपकार सुनो कल्याण करो कल्याण।
सारे कर्मों को देखे और दिखाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को देखे और दिखाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर, मन से बड़ा न कोई। मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर, मन से बड़ा न कोई। मन उजियारा जब जब फेरी, जग उजियारा होई। इस उजली कर मन पर प्राणी, भूलन जन्मी पाई। तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। सुख की कलियां दुख के कांटे, मन सबका आधार। सुख की कलियां दुख के कांटे, मन सबका आधार। मन से कोई बात छुपी ना, मन की भेंट हजार। जग से जाने भाग कोई, मन से भाग न पाई। तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को देखे और दिखाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए।
सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुण में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुण में बारंबार करुण में बारंबार करुण में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुण में बारंबार तेरी महिमा को सतगुरु कोई जान नहीं पाए तेरी महिमा को सतगुरु कोई जान नहीं पाए जग में जिस ठुकराया उसे तूने अपनाया उसे अपना बना करके हाल तू भी उस बार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार करुणा मन में बारंबार करुणा मन में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार तेरे चरणों की सेवा कोई भटभागी पाए तेरे चरणों की सेवा कोई भटभागी पाए ओ जिस भी प्रभु कृपा होए शरण तेरे तेरे शरण में आकर ले अपने जन्म पार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार करुणा मन में बारंबार करुणा मन में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार वैकुंठ से भी
Okay. That's nice. Narayan.
सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार इतनी तो दया सतगुरु मुझे हर भी कर दीजिए इतनी तो दया सतगुरु मुझे घर भी कर दीजिए अपने श्री चरणों का मोहे चक्री कर लीजिए सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार करुणा मन में बारंबार करुणा मन में बारंबार सतगुरु तेरे चरणों में करुणा मन में बारंबार
जब गुरु नाम ले हर काम हो जाए जितनी बड़ी मुश्किल आसान हो जाए. The song is about taking the Guru's name when you know all difficulties. Whenever you take his name and you are presented with difficulties, you will all go away. So always take the Guru's name and you find yourself in peace. जब राम नाम ले ले, जब गुरु नाम ले ले, हर काम हो जाए. जितनी बड़ी है मुश्किल आसान हो जाए. जितनी मुश्किल आसान हो जाए. जब गुरु नाम ले क्या हुआ है तुझको दुनिया नहीं पहचाने जो परी है तुझ पे फिदा. प्रभु पहचाने ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. जब गुरु नाम ले हर काम हो जाए. जितनी बड़ी है मुश्किल आसान हो जाए. जितनी बड़ी है मुश्किल आसान हो जाए. सोच ले बुझेगी कैसे
आसान हो जाए, जितनी बड़ी है मुश्किल आसान हो जाए, जब गुरु नाम ले हर काम हो जाए, जितनी बड़ी है मुश्किल आसान हो जाए, जितनी बड़ी है मुश्किल आसान।
Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. And I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this special Bhajan session locally, nationally and internationally, and I welcome those in advance that's going to be watching this Bhajan session when it is posted in the various groups and YouTube subsequently. I've just changed the program slightly. I was not supposed to speak on this session. I've decided that we cannot continue on the other end without having a break. So I think my caterers, who are my devotees, I just put them under some pressure now to make some tea and coffee and whatever beverages you require until we go on to the next program. But I'm sure you witnessed, and this has been a part of my life since 1978. I wanted at one platform to infuse the various religious systems that exist. 1978. And today I had the opportunity at my birthday, I'm 58 today. After many, many years, I sat in absolute bliss because we have a microcosm of all that exists as human on this earth. We have the various race groups, we have the various cultures, we have the various traditions, and we have the various religions. So those of you that know me, I am not a storyteller guru, Linda. For those of you that know me, I'm not a storyteller guru. I say it exactly as it's supposed to be said, which means that whatever I say is from the depths of my heart. And Pastor, I invited you with absolute gratitude for all that you are doing in this world. Whatever you're doing to Chatsworth reverberates around the world. I also want to thank Moulana Kasimji in his absence. I'm sure Jessica will send him a feed, and thank him for the work that he has been doing. But just to bring everything into its perspective, and I don't want to forget Amita, if you turn the camera on this end, behind is there's my mommy seated there, and she is my last biological link, and I'm very, very pleased to see you, mommy, on this day. If I'm 58, then mommy must be 158. And whilst mommy might not like the loud music just now, and she and Rajesh Bhai might leave, so I want to thank you, mommy, for attending my function. I'm very, very grateful that you made it in this rain. And I remember very fondly my mama, who is not around anymore. When I was 3 years old, he gave me, or 4 years old, he gave me a gold ring. So I didn't know the value of that gold ring. So I took a stone and I smashed it and I dug a hole and I buried it. Alright? And my mama was not upset. My cousin is here. I was the eldest grandchild, so I don't think he got a gold ring from his father. Did you get a gold ring? Okay. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I was lucky to grow up in the old culture, where the mummies allowed these things. You know, I don't know if the new mummies will allow in this modern world, you know, where the mama can give the nephew something. When I went to class 1, class 2, and in standard 1, and when I started topping the class, then mama gave me a gold watch. But he reminded me, please, do not smash this and bury it in a hole. And this was done together with my mommy and my mama. My mama didn't have to hide behind, because this is what's happening now. If you love your side of the family, I'm being very, very specific. As I said, I say it as it is. I'm not witnessing this relationship anymore. And that is why my heart is blossoming today to see my mommy at my function. She is the last biological link. All my mamas are gone. My mom is gone. Everyone is gone. And mommy is the most senior person connected to me at this point in time. So mommy, I'm very happy that you could make it in this vein. And I thank you very much. Okay? So, just in conclusion, and I advise you to follow as I do. When you pass a church, when you pass a mosque, when you pass a temple, and when you pass a synagogue, have the same blissfulness, because your God is in the church called Jesus. Your God is in the mosque called Allah. And your God is in the temple called Brahman. Brahman. And if you want to identify that Brahman, then he is called Sriman Narayan at the absolute state. So your God is found everywhere throughout this continent, is he not? Your God. When you go past a mosque, is Allah. Allah means God. In English, God means God. And in Sanskrit, Narayan means the source of all living entities, which ultimately means God. Okay? And this will be the message for our birthday today, and this is why we infuse this. And let's hope we can have more functions in this manner. And Pastor, I'd like to visit your church one day, and maybe I'll sing. I'm also not a singer, I'm a preacher, but I will sing. Okay, so I gave you this little talk so that I could have the caterers prepare on the other side. I gave them 10-15 minutes. Please, females, use the restroom in my kutir. Kutir is my residence. Because in all of this, we had a whole lot of preparation to do. There was one toilet facility that was not functional. We have 2 public toilets. One was not functional. So we did we put in a brand new seat, we did the electrical, we put in the ceiling. We did everything possible. And I realized at 3 p.m. today that we did not put the door. So on this end we have 2 toilets, one with a door, one without a door. So I'm saying with dignity, please, I'd like all the females to use the restroom on this side. Just find Jessica or Hemita, and it's cold today. You might want to use the facilities frequently. Please use the one in my kutir, all females. Alright? Jai Shriman Narayan.
There's a resemblance between you and me. I discovered this last week as you spoke to me, and you mentioned a number. You mentioned it again today, and you said the year that the Almighty called you into service was the year 1978. That was exactly the same year when the Almighty called me into ISIs. So I think we've been like born again on the same day to do the will of the Almighty. And for me to be serving the Lord Jesus Christ, to know Him, at the time, it was 1978, I was just 22 years old. I was unemployed. I had a wife that was working in a clothing factory. She was just earning about 8 or 9 rands a week. I had a 2-year-old son that had no milk to drink. We didn't even have the sugar to make sugar water and put in the bottle to give him. I was unemployed. I had the only pair of shoe which I used to shape the cardboard and put it inside because it had no sole. I came from Bangladesh, which is Unit 3, and I met this girl in Unit 2, the age of 19. By the age of 22, I was a father of a 2-year-old son. Life was so difficult for me. I had no family in Unit 2 in Bayview in the flats, where I'm now living for the past 45 years. I had no family. I had no one that I knew around. I was a total stranger in Frost Street. I couldn't go to anyone for anything. My baby would cry upstairs in my mother-in-law's house. He would cry until his throat would get dry and he'd fall off to sleep. I was all lost in this world and I didn't know what to do. I was only 22 years old. I couldn't go to my parents for anything because my parents were so poor in Bangladesh, they couldn't afford anything to give me. I cried alone one day during the day, and I sat along the wall of the flat that I lived in. I was so broken, young, and don't know who to turn to, no families. I didn't know what to do. I was all lost. At one point in time, I was thinking, let me go and stand on the road, close my eyes, and just let the first vehicle run me over. I couldn't get sugar to put in the water to give my baby in the milk bottle. That is how difficult it was. I sat next to the gutter that runs across our flats and the sides. I crossed my legs over the gutter, the little gutter. I put my hands over my head and I closed my eyes, and I was crying so bitterly. I was crying as a young man. I was crying because the cry of my child upstairs for a little bit of sugar water at least to quench his thirst made me miserable. It broke me. I didn't want to live any further. Beloved, I put my hands, I crossed my legs just as Guruji is sitting. I crossed my legs over that gutter. I had not gone to a church, I had not gone to a mosque, I had not gone to a temple. I knew nothing about God. But when I crossed my legs over in desperation, I closed my face with my palms. I cried so bitterly. And I said in my prayer, I said in the brokenness of my heart, I said these words. I said, if there is a God in this world that can give me peace for just 5 minutes, I remember my prayer so clear. I remember my words. I said, if there's a God in this world can give me peace for 5 minutes, I'll serve this God for the rest of my life. With the tears rolling down and my hands clasped over, it was like no reason for me to live. And as I said those words, if there is a God in this world that can help me and give me peace for 5 minutes, I will serve this God. Stood with my hands closed over my face and my tears rolling down. A voice spoke into my ears. And these were the words that came into my ears. Go to church. I opened my eyes to look who said this. There was no one. I got up from there and I ran around the flats looking to see who was it that said to me, go to church? There was no one. I jumped up. There was such a joy in my heart. It seemed like those dark clouds just disappeared. I ran upstairs and I grabbed hold of my baby and I held him in my arms and I cried. There was such a feeling inside me that I could not explain up until today. 42 years have gone by. I couldn't wait for that evening to come to share this experience with my wife. And when she came home that evening, I said, Trishi, this is what happened to me. My wife and mother-in-law, being devout Hindus, they served their religion so faithfully. My mother-in-law was such a devotee. My wife was such a devotee. But when I explained the word that the voice said to me, go to church, my wife looked at me and she said, Roy, if it means you're going to go to church and get peace, you have my blessings. My wife was just 21 years old and I'm 22 years old. And I tell you, I couldn't wait for that Sunday to come. My father gave me an old, a check coat. That is all I had. And somehow I managed to shape up my pants a little bit and get my shoes done. And I stood on the roadside waiting for somebody to take me to church. A little blue van came. It was so packed. Driver, nobody knew me from a bar of soap, and I'm standing on the road. The driver stopped right by me and said to me, brother, you want to go to church? I said, yes, I want to go to church. He opened the back of the bakkie. You couldn't put even your hand inside. That's how cramped it was inside. But I want to tell you today, as they scotched up this way and that way, there was place for one more. That was. And ever since that day, if the voice said, go to the temple, I would have been sitting in Guruji's place. If the voice said to me, go to the mosque, maybe I would have been Moulana Roy speaking over that phone. But the Lord said to me, go to church. He had my place there. He had Guruji's place here. He had Crescent's place there. 42 years, I'm serving the Lord. And He has given me peace. He's given me peace. Peace to such an extent that I cannot understand the peace that I have. And for me, after 42 years, on my 42nd year, to enter this place last week and meet my brother, Guruji, who became who he is in the same year, was no coincidence. I'm grateful and thankful to be here today. I have a very, very personal friend now. That is your Guruji. I'm going to put him on my WhatsApp and we're going to chat like never before. He's going to come and sing for me and I'll be waiting at the door for Guruji Shyam. Thank you.
This is called Sanatan Dharma. Myself, Pastor Moulana Crescent on one equal platform. Pastor, I just hope with this story, when I come to satsang on Thursday, I'm not in an empty hall. Why are you laughing like that? Okay, this is Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma means righteous living. Righteous living belongs to every human entity. Righteous living belongs to every human entity. And you'll find in all our religious situations, it's not the leaders that's causing the conflict. It's the misguided followers that's causing the conflict. The leaders have one heart and we vibrate as one. all religious leaders have one heart and we vibrate as one, synthesizing the absolute truth in our language, our creed, our tradition, and our culture. But it is these misguided followers that's causing havoc. And if we, Pastor, can become, we are activists, we are generals, and we have soldiers. We need to discipline our soldiers, and I do this twice a week. I'm disciplining the soldiers of Sanatan Dharma. I'm drawing the line, I'm reining them in, and I'm explaining that this is what Sanatan Dharma is. Righteous living. And any culture, any creed, any tradition, if there's righteous living, there's equal living. And when there's equal living, there's humanity that is vibrating within the consciousness of this material universe. We are all spirit souls. So I thank you very much, Pastor. I hope this interaction, and I hope your talk reaches maximum people. I'm sure my transcribers are going to transcribe your talk, your discourse today, Pastor. And they understand that sectarianism is not Christianity, sectarianism is not Islam, and sectarianism is not Hinduism. Jai Sriman Narayan.
Guide us, keep us, feed us, for we have no help but Thee. Thus provided, pardon guided, if our God, our Father be. Spirit of Thy God's descending, fill our hearts with heavenly joy. Love with every passion blending, pleasure that can never cloy. Thus provided, pardon guided, nothing shall our peace destroy. पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगनिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, 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 आई राजा राम। जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम। चंदन किसे किसे तिलक चढ़ाए, चंदन किसे किसे तिलक चढ़ाए, आरती उतारे बढ़ाए सब नगरी, आरती उतारे बढ़ाए सब नगरी, आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम। कुलवारी की माला पिरावे, कुलवारी की माला पिरावे, माला पिरावे बढ़ाए सब नगरी, माला पिरावे बढ़ाए सब नगरी, आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, 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 आई राजा राम। जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम, जनकपुर नगरी आई राजा राम। Om Namo Narayan. In all humility and with a sense of immense love, I greet you this afternoon. My name is Srimati Vanita Premlal, and with much pride I refer to myself as one of Gurudev Acharyaji's disciples. I am honored to be the master of ceremonies here this afternoon at this very auspicious occasion, the Vyasa Puja of our revered Guruji, His Holiness Shri Shyam Ramanuj Acharyaji Maharaj. Gurudev, Janam ka shubhkamnaएं. I revere you, Gurudev. We have a great evening lined up for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's fun to enjoy this evening with talk from our special guests, some entertainment from our little ones at the ashram, and of course, Nagara Stars. Please feel free to dance the night through. If you don't know, we will teach you. Revered Gurudev, please enjoy the evening with us. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to celebrate with you. नमस्कार प्रिय अतिथिगण, इस शुभ अवसर पर मैं विनम्रता, प्यार और प्रेम की भावना से साथ आपका स्वागत करती हूँ। मुझे गर्व है कि मैं गुरुदेव आचार्य जी का शिष्य हूँ। मैं आपको गुरुदेव जी प्रणाम करता हूँ। Pastor Roy Sarabji, welcome to our ashram. Enjoy the celebrations. Pastor Roy Sarabji hails from the Bayview Revival Center. Welcome, Pastor Roy. मैं आपको स्वागत करती हूँ। I welcome you. To our dear angels, Teacher Linda ma'am, thank you my dearest children to be present here. You are closest to Gurudev's heart, and look, he is beaming with pride to see you, his babies. At this point, I call upon Yatin Soni, Secretary of our Sabha Hall and Ratio. Yatin.
Jai Shri Narayan. Before I begin, I'd like to pay my obeisance to my Guru, Acharya Shyam Ramanuj. My name is Ramanuj, and it gives me great pleasure. And it gives me great pleasure to be speaking on behalf of the Acharya Shyam Ramanuj Foundation on this great birthday of our Guru. As I look around the world, I see many new faces, and I want to say a bit to Acharya and tell you a little bit about what we've been accomplishing here at the Sri Narayan Dham. The Sri Narayan Dham was officially inaugurated last year, May, by Shri Dharma Pandit, belonging to the same tradition as us, and our Goshala was opened in May 2018. Our ashram has also made history as the first Sri Sampradaya ashram to be opened on the African continent. But I'll tell you a little bit more about the Sri Sampradaya in a bit. As you drove down the driveway, you will notice beautiful gardens, the trees and plants, ponds with fish, the dam with the forthcoming waterfall, level with parking lots, the Goshala, and of course the 5-star ashram. This was certainly not like this 2 years ago. There actually was no driveway coming down this cliff. And I say cliff because like many of you would not forget, I would not forget the first time I drove down this steep driveway. In the middle of thousands of trees and bushes was only a dilapidated house, nothing else. It was solely Acharyaji's vision and foresight that you now sit in this magnificent abode of the Lord. In Acharyaji's material life, he had taken on roles as a policeman, a prominent politician, a director at a law firm, and a successful businessman amongst many other titles. He was also involved with civil engineering, and it was these skill sets that he used to plan, design, and construct everything you see in his ashram site by himself. In 2013, he went to Faridabad, India to visit his guru's ashram and had no intention of becoming a guru himself. However, with an unexpected turn of events, he was offered to take formal initiation and accept fulfilling his guru's mission. Many people will not truly understand the magnitude of his sacrifices, but Acharyaji thereafter relinquished all of his material life and left behind millions of rands, completely surrender to his guru, Swami Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. Subsequent to this, Acharyaji had traveled 3 more times to India to follow the footsteps of his own guru, Lord Sri Ramanuj Acharya, Lord Sri Dham, and Lord Sri Krishna when they were down on earth. Starting satsangs in the classroom of 15 people, Acharya is now taken to the world stage from this platform at ashram. His Holiness Acharya Shyam Ramanuj is a world-renowned, bona fide spiritual master who is both self and God realized. With the spiritual potency endowed in him, his mission is to spread awareness of the Vedas in its absolute form and clear up the confusion within Sanatana Dharma, both here in South Africa as well as internationally. The Sri Narayan Dham is not a faith-based organization, but rather a spiritual upliftment center. So Acharyaji is teaching us self and God realization, together with connecting us aspirants to Godhead. He is therefore using his skill sets to militantly clear up the confusion and practically expand Sanatana Dharma as absolute science. Acharya explains that Sanatana Dharma belongs to all human beings of all nationalities, cultures, religions, and backgrounds. I'm not going to out if you're looking for a satsang or to feed the donor. The ashram and Goshala are open 7 days a week. Satsangs and discourses are held on Thursdays and Sundays, which are all broadcasted live on Facebook and social media. Our current monthly international viewership is about 500,000 people from every continent around the globe and growing every month. These are viewed in over 45 countries by people of all nationalities. In light for this thirst of absolute Vedic knowledge, Acharya Shyam Ramanuj has therefore taken to the world stage. The Sri Narayan Dham is expounding the Vedas, Lord Sri Narayan and Sanatana Dharma by blending supreme science with material science, which has never been done before. As I was going to explain earlier, the Sri Narayan Dham belongs to the Sri Sampradaya. The Sri Sampradaya is the main Vaishnava school founded by Lord Narayan's consort, Mother Lakshmi. It is the oldest of 4 bona fide traditions and takes its name after Lord Sri Ramanuj Acharya from 1000 years ago. It follows the Vedic philosophies of Vishishadvaita as expounded by Lord Sri Ramanuj. This knowledge was transcendently passed on through the disciplic succession of bona fide representatives of Godhead via the Guru Parampara system in an undiluted manner until it was received by our Guru, Acharya Shyam Ramanuj. This mission of teaching self-realization and clearing up the confusion in Sanatana Dharma is a mammoth task, and I want to explain what I mean. If you do a small test for yourself and look around, you'll notice that as Hindus, we are really in confusion. Acharya explains that we all conduct our own prayers, rituals, and worship in different ways. For example, one family will be conducting a puja in a specific way, but then your neighbor, family members, and friends will be doing the same puja in a different way. Acharya explains that this is because of our own ideologies of what our own version of the truth of Sanatana Dharma is. And this is unfortunately based on our family customs and traditions, which are passed down through the generations. Sanatana Dharma cannot be absolute and in contradiction to itself. This is why when you come and listen to Acharyaji's discourses, he goes back to basics. He makes no opinions of his own, but rather speaks the word of the Lord only. Like how Christians have the Bible, the Muslims have the Quran, he first explains that our authorized scriptures as Hindus are the 4 Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Vedanta Sutra, with the Itihasas of the Mahabharata and Ramayana, and any other supplementary scriptures including the Puranas. Thereafter, he expounds the instructions within these scriptures and aligns us back to the absolute path as instructed by the Lord. To corroborate this, in his explanations, he always quotes directly from these scriptures as proof that it is the Lord's words and not his own opinions. Acharya also touches on some really deep topics, such as the soul, reincarnation, karma, the 3 gunas, and he is currently discoursing the complex subject of creation at the moment. His explanations are, of course, very simple to understand and practical to follow because he relates it to the 21st century. Acharyaji is a guru of the 21st century. Apart from the spiritual enlightenment, the organization is involved with numerous social responsibility projects. 60 underprivileged children from various ages, religions, and backgrounds, called our angels, have been adopted from a school in Newlands, Durban, where they are provided with food and basic necessities on a monthly basis. We will meet them here as they are with us or with the Acharyaji on stage. They regularly attend satsangs and our Hindu calendar events and express their love and gratitude to Acharyaji. Throughout the year, ASRF supports several underprivileged neighboring communities with frequently planned feeding schemes. This also includes feeding to our angels. There were 3 scheduled feeding schemes during the COVID-19 lockdown alone, with the last feeding happening 2 weeks ago. 550 people were fed in Verulam, as well as clothes and blankets distributed. This event was collaborated with Moulana Khan of Chatsud Umara Council and Pastor Roy Subjik of Bayview Revival Church, who also came out to assist us. Acharyaji always teaches us that it is seva that leads us to connect with the Lord. On behalf of all the devotees of the organization, I would like to wish Acharyaji a very happy birthday and for him to see many more blissful years ahead. It's hard to put in words all that he does for us and humanity in general, and I hope that his teachings continue to permeate the world. Thank you, and Jai Shri Maharaj.
Jai Shri Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Yatin Bhai, for a very informative concept there. We now have our dear most Tiveshni, who will entertain you in dance. Devotee.
शाम तुझसे मिलने का सत्संग एक बहाना है, अब तुझसे मिलने का सत्संग एक बहाना है। शाम तुझसे मिलने का सत्संग एक बहाना है, अब तुझसे मिलने का सत्संग एक बहाना है। राधे राधे गाओ शाम शाम गाओ, राधे राधे गाओ शाम शाम गाओ, मेरे शाम का ठिकाना है वृंदावन गलियों में, मेरे शाम का ठिकाना है। शाम तुझसे मिलने का सत्संग एक बहाना है, अब तुझसे मिलने का सत्संग एक बहाना है। महिलाएं झूला तुझे
Thank you, Tigesh. That was a real delight. Shravan, Gurudev's very hardworking and incidentally very good looking too. He told me that. Am I right?
Yeah.
You told me to say how good looking you are. He will enlighten you with some words of wisdom after share.
Narayan, Jai Gurudev. Just want to wish my father a very happy birthday. I wish you all of the best for today, even though it's raining, but I think that's showers of blessing. And Narayan is definitely blessing us today because everything still worked out how it's supposed to work out, even though the rain was so heavy. Other than that, I just want to thank my father for building his organization from scratch. As you said, we started in a classroom, in a school, and from there we went into halls, separate halls, clinics, chats everywhere, and now we have a place which is, I think anyone can start a business, but to start something like this here, it's very, very difficult. Otherwise everybody will be building, will be a guru, you know what I'm saying? So he's the first guru in South Africa, and he's initiated from our ashram in India. So he's not just somebody that just said, hey, today I want to become a guru, and you know, there's a book, you know, they say you read the book, you read book. His book said that they do it at the date of birth and all that. So his book said that he has to become a guru, and I'm like out of words to say how much of work he puts into this place. Wherever you're sitting now, this whole ashram, he's been part of it. Not just telling people what to do, but brick by brick, we built this place up. And I just want to thank him because he's helping so much of people, even around the world. He does discourses, and he always tries to put everything back into line, because as they say, there's not just some priest that's telling you what to do. There's a special book in Christianity, you got the Bible, and in Islam, you have the Quran, and it's just those books. So with us, there's also just one book, the Bhagavad Gita, but people, they do their own things. So from India, it says that you must use this book, the Bhagavad Gita. So if all the Hindus can start following what God said, then we'll have a better community, we'll have a better place, we'll have people who connect better than to say that we're doing this prayer and you're doing that prayer to make things right. You just need to follow the Bhagavad Gita. Because as it shows, we only follow the Bhagavad Gita and we're here today. We got a big ashram, we got cows, we got other animals, and we got a lot of people that listen to us from other countries and India. The people, the gurus speak to him. They came here and they did a special prayer to inaugurate this place. So yeah, I just want to thank you again for everything you've done for everybody, especially me. I was a very naughty boy. I was the naughty boy. Sean was the quiet boy. I was the naughty boy. So yeah, I still am. I still am. But I guess that's how I was born, and you know. You have to blame the mother and father, you can't blame the child. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Shravan. Delightful indeed. Before we light up the candle, I would like to offer my dedication to Gurudev for your listening pleasure. मैं अब आपके सामने एक भजन प्रस्तुत करती हूँ जो मैं मेरी गुरु के लिए समर्पित करती हूँ। आशा है कि सब इस भजन को पसंद करेंगे और आनंदित होंगे। The gist of the bhajan is, you must have a guru in life. If you get advice from your heart, you will drown. But if you go according to Guru's advice, your life will be meaningful and you will succeed in all spheres. मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, तू चलना मेरे मन गुरु के इशारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, गुरु की वचन पर चलना है मुश्किल, मगर चलने वालों ने पाई है मुश्किल, जो माने गुरु की बात, जो माने गुरु की बात, वो बाजी न हारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, बड़ी सीधी सादी है बातें गुरु की, बड़ी सीधी सादी है बातें गुरु की, हर एक वचन में है करामत गुरु की, जो माने गुरु की बात, जो माने गुरु की बात, वो प्रेमी आरे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, जहाँ मन की मानी धोखा ही खाया, सही रास्ते तो गुरु ने दिखाया, वही भाग्यशाली, वही भाग्यशाली जो समझे इशारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, रावण को दुनिया में कभी कुछ नहीं थी, सभी कुछ था लेकिन गुरु मत नहीं थी, जिज्ञासु का जीवन, जिज्ञासु का जीवन गुरु है सवारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, तू चलना मेरे मन, तू चलना मेरे मन गुरु के इशारे, मन मत डुबोए गुरु मत तारे, मन मत डुबोए Guru mat tare. At this point in time, we have Jirisha to offer us a dance to glorify our Guru.
Hare
Wow, thank you, Jilisha. That was beautiful. Thank you. जैसे ही कि आप सब जानते हैं, गुरु और शिष्य का रिश्ता हमारा जीवन का सार है। हमारे जीवन का शुरुआत में माँ हमारी गुरु होती है, फिर हमारे पिता और फिर गुरु जो हमें पढ़ना लिखना सिखाते हैं। इसी तरह हमें आपने अपना जीवन का नाव को पार लगाने में गुरु की आवश्यकता होती है। हर समय मैं अपने आप को धनी मानती हूँ कि हमारे पास गुरु है। My guru, my dearest guru, it's time for you to make a wish and blow the candles and cut the cake. Our angels will accompany Gurudev and dedicate the birthday song, and we will have Linda ma'am will take it from here. So we have our angels to entertain Gurudev. Thank you so much. Gurudev. Mataji, Sarita Mataji, please make your way to the table. Linda, come Linda.
Are you responsible for this? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Max. I'd like your wife to join me. It was her birthday yesterday, Max's wife's birthday yesterday. And she's going to help me. And this is also part of her celebration as well. So we're going to cut the cake together and we'll synthesize our birthday. Come. We have a... Yeah, we'll use this as a candle, it's fine. Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah. Where's the knife? Are there any children now? Bring all the babies. All the children, nobody what they
All right. When was happy birthday? And then it's Mataji, Tiveshni, come walk in.
Come on in. Now bring baby.
Come walk in. Come stand.
Are you in the frame?
No.
Are there any more babies outside?
Show us.
Did somebody find a knife?
The shadow one you see under the face. Group chat tomorrow. What if you have a group chat tomorrow and you say this? You saw my photo. Yeah, this all together. Guru will tell you. Besama? Crazy? Candle?
How old are you now? here 57? No. Is here 58?
Yes.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Give him a clap. Another one. Just like that. Ayo, ayo. Wow. You take it from here.
Okay, come back. Come back.
बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिन ये गाए, बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिन ये गाए, तुझे हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Acharyaji, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Acharyaji, happy birthday to you. Thank you, Gurudev. And now we have the angels to take over.
Angels, come here. Line up here. Line up here. With your face
Very revered, wonderful, and everything of the best Guruji, the best. Thank you, Gurudev.
Jai Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you to this special birthday satsang and celebrations. I want to start off by thanking Sarita. I couldn't sit here alone. Sarita has been throughout this spiritual journey. She works hard in the background. In fact, it is she who was supposed to be seated here. I just do simple things like sit on this chair and give discourses. She brings everything to this point. We've had 1,000 devotees, physical, in Durban, South Africa, pass through. Everyone will tell you, Acharyaji, I'll never leave you. And then I don't see them anymore. But the constant denominator through this institution has always been Sarita. It is not easy to run an organization of this magnitude because we deal with emotions. We are always dealing with emotions. I'm a spiritual master, I'm not a magician. So a spiritual master does not touch your head and everything come right. Okay, those are gurus from another dimension. My work with you is not to fix the symptoms. You have all these symptom gurus, you'll find them on social media doing various meditations and yogas. They are attending to the symptom. Bona fide spiritual masters uproot the cause. Bona fide spiritual masters uproot the cause. And many of us are in denial. Many of us are in constant denial And when the Guru tries to uproot certain causes within your system, then people get upset and they leave. So I'm like a surgeon. My job is to uproot your anger, uproot your hatred, uproot your jealousy, uproot your pride. I have to surgically and in a subtle manner fix your behavioral pattern so that you could fit in a righteous living in society. That is my job. I am like a computer software programmer. And when you come to me, if there's a virus, then I'll have to clean up that virus so that you can function optimally as a human being. So there are those gurus who will wipe the computer on the outside, spray the casing, and you will feel you are fixed up. Unfortunately, I'm not that type of guru. And I also do not waste a lot of words. If you'll notice, when I phone you, I come straight to the topic. I don't talk on other things for about 5 minutes and then come to the topic. I wish you, greet you, come to the topic and conclude the discussion. All right? And similarly, I perform these operations whenever required by anybody who needs our assistance. So whilst I was in this domain, I met Max. Nothing is a coincidence in what I do. Everything is God incidents. And I met Max, and he somehow took me out of this ashram, Max. I was stuck here. And Max and I, we bonded. It was after a very long time that I met a straight man. And this bond grew to an extent that he sacrificed. This day he's supposed to be dancing in one of the restaurants with his wife in Belito. They're from Belito. But here he's sitting, came down in the rain in this environment. Okay? And I'm sure after today, both him and his wife would have realized that this was more important than dancing the night away, Max. Okay, I hope you saw. This is my heart. Where's Pastor Roy? Have they left? Okay. So, Max, before you came, I had a special prayer in the ashram, the temple itself, and I invited the pastor, I invited the Moulana. Moulana couldn't fly from Joburg, so we sent a prayer and we had. So this is my life. This is what I love most. This is a microcosm of what we have in this world, don't we? All races, all cultures, all religion in one happiness. And this is the duty of spiritual masters. Bring people together with the substratum of love. Love has no language. Love is an emotion, it's a feeling. And you can't put this finger on this feeling, but it is absolute bliss. And when you feel that, then you are functioning as a human being. Because this love has been awarded by the Supreme Lord. And today, I think I've achieved. I tried in political parties. I've been trying for many, many years in also community organizations. I brought Moulanas, gurus, and pastors together, but it didn't work because when it is material, then we have pride, we have desires, and these desires mess things up. But then on this birthday, we invited a whole lot of people. Unfortunately, the weather played. I think whoever is here deserves to be here. Give yourselves a hand. So the Guru attracts disciples. The Guru becomes the general and the disciples become the soldiers. And whoever is here today, you have made it as a soldier. So I want to thank each and every one of you for attending this function. You made great sacrifices to come here, especially in the rain. I cannot describe my pleasure, Max. We have a replica of all the dishes that you would like. So we have a replica of fried fish, we have a replica of mutton curry, we have a replica of chicken curry. Whatever you need, the Guru can manifest, okay? We have a replica of your beverages. And before you leave, these people on my left, also business associates with Sean. Where's Amit? Is Amit around? Yeah, he's a business associate with Sean. So this is our culture and our tradition. This sound on this end will be cultural, will be traditional, but we also go a bit wild. I'm old now, I'm 58, my spine won't allow me to a lot of movement, all right, but I hope the Lord allows me a few actions, all right, and I hope that you'll make this a memorable occasion, both indelible in your heart, in my heart. We take some photographs, so when Max is here next year, then he can see himself on the slideshow with Jessica, all right? Any question, Max? You want to know anything? Mrs. Max?
I'm very good, thank you.
Okay. So again, I'm saying Max, after I met Max, I went out into the material world a bit. I'm enjoying it, Max. I really am. And I'm feeling my old self again, the material side. But I find a way to harmonize it. And I still want to synthesize both worlds. And the reason I did this is I want you that are following me to know that spirituality can be enjoyed. And this is why I've allowed myself to dress like this. Because if you see the India gurus, they are semi-naked in some mountain. Okay? You can be spiritual and you can enjoy a fulfilled material life. I like all of you to become Max's neighbors there in Belito. Max, you can do a whole housing, do an estate for the Acharya Shyam Ramanuj devotees. Okay, Max is in construction. Okay, I'd like each of you to drive a Porsche. I'd like you to have the best life. There is no such thing in spirituality that you must not enjoy your material life. But you must enjoy it righteously. You must enjoy your material life righteously. All of you understand? And this is why I'm dressed like this, to show you that I am enjoying my spirituality as your teacher. Acharya means teacher, Max. Acharya means a spiritual master who teaches by example. From Sanskrit to English, a bona fide spiritual master who teaches by example. I like my devotees to have fun. I like everyone in this organization to have as much fun as possible, but righteous fun. Righteous fun. Whatever I am working now, and I am working righteously, and I'm showing you that you can work righteously and be spiritual at the same time. All of you understand? And this is all a guru need to teach you. Just be righteous. Everything else will fall into place. I want to thank you, Jerisha. I was shocked that I didn't know you dance. Otherwise we would have had the sound connected for you. But this is the extent, Max, a disciple goes to show her love for a spiritual master. She left a small baby, her baby is 6 months old, And she came and she danced on the floor. No, none of us knew that she could dance. You understand? And she expressed her love through dancing. Others expressed their love through various aspects that brought this entire function to what it is today. So Max is quite hungry. I'm sure he wants to try the replica fish and the replica chicken. So I'm going to cut short my vote of thanks with love. Every one of you, in whatever way, including your presence here tonight, has equally contributed to this function in being a success. And I thank each one of you from the heart. From the heart. Thank you.
I said, you know what? We gotta have a poster for tomorrow. Yes, you gotta give it's Acharya's birthday and you gotta give him something to remember your by. So then Unam put up her hand because she is the angels, the artist. She's hiding behind me. And then, okay, gave her all the stationery, everything, and then I said to her, now the next month she comes to me while I was busy in the kitchen. She says, Miss, can I use your phone? I said, what for? I need to phone Acharyaji. I said, for what? She says, I need a photo of him. Okay. She found him. She got a photo of him. Then a little while after that day, she says, Miss, can I use your phone? Last time. I said, what you want? I want to phone Uncle Varson. I said, what do you want to do with Uncle Varson now? I need to know whether Acharyaji is a Hindi or Tamil. So I said, okay, phone Uncle Varson. So anyway, then she got kept busy. So every time I passed by, I see she's drawing. And then I see all this here. If you can hold it up, and she can show Acharyaji also. Okay, so then, I can show the people. And then I walked past and I said, I'm trying to think. I went to the stove and I'm thinking, what is this child's writing? Then I said, Unam, what's all this here? So she says, no, that's the writing of the Hindi people write like that. I said, but you're writing something, do you know what's the meaning? She says, yes. I said, read it out to me. So there you are, Unam. All yours.
Wait and show them what's what. Say it. Yeah. Just show them what. So, show them what is it. Yeah, go that side. So you can point out and show the people what does this mean and what does this mean. Talk to them, they want to hear you. Point.
So this means happy and this means birthday. Then all this means we love you and this means from the angels. Then this means our master.
Okay, and then she drew a photo of him because he is young, he's not old. She says to me, when I asked her, but he is so young, she said, age is only a number. So I think there you are. Thank you, Nam. Acharya, that's for you.
I don't think, including myself, we can't read that. Thank you, Nam. I don't think anyone here decides when it can read.
She read it for me last night. She's a bit shy to read this. Yeah, she knows.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to start a Hindi school at the...
Yeah, I said so. Well, anyway, Unam has just learned another language. Thank you, Unam.
Yeah.
also hope you enjoyed the devotional item. We'll be now introducing to you our dancers. The first dancer for this afternoon is Kumesh Nadesa.
Happy birthday to you, Acharyaji. Happy birthday to you, Acharyaji.
Let's get a ball or dance out here. Those of you dance, please make your way down to the dance floor. If you have any requests, please do come forward and we can read for you guys. We also have our latest CD for sale. We have the last.
Thank you.